Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Today I wanted to talk about gas prices. Now, have you ever played a game known as Deus Ex? I have. I love Deus Ex, okay? Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Deus Ex Human Revolution, which is what I was playing, Deus Ex and Invisible War. I think the whole franchise is amazing. Go give it a try. Yes, that even means Invisible War. I'm going to say that twice to really hammer it in. So when I was playing Human Revolution, that game takes place in 2027, and I gotta be honest with you, alright? In 5 years, I don't see humanity with cool cybernetic limbs, the ability to jump off skyscrapers and land in perfect grace. I don't see the ability to see through walls, okay? Unless there's some serious advancements, alright? Unless we're talking about some serious nano augmentation, it ain't happening. Which kind of makes me a little sad because the decade we live in is a little sad to witness. But frankly, I wanted to just vent a little bit because gas prices are rising, okay? Now, to understand, it's not like you can't stop buying gas, okay? Alright, it's like food, alright? You kind of need it, alright? Gas helps you transport. Look, I loved back in the day when I lived closer to the city and I could public transit my way through. For a few bucks, you could go anywhere in the city. Sure, the buses had a faint smell of pee, but that's a small price to pay to be able to go places for almost no cost at all, okay? Sure, the other guy across from you might be looking to stab you in a weird way, but again, hey, it beats gas prices. Let's not joke about it. Now, I wanted to see the Batman movie the other day, and I actually factored into my head. It costs more in gas to drive to the theater to watch the movie than it does the goddamn ticket. I live near a really nice theater that like shows the movie in 4D HD, like IMAX. You know, let's stick like a enema up your ass to make you feel the entire movie experience. I live near a theater like that. If I want to watch the movie in normal vision, okay, like normie vision, like hey, 2D, I gotta drive like a little out of the way. So that's kind of the one thing that I was looking at, okay? Now, the other day when I was coming home, because occasionally as a gamer, I have to turn off Elden Ring and be able to go to other places, I tend to drive the car, right? Now, eventually I had to do the activity of filling up gasoline in the car. Now, over the last 10 years, I've noticed that gas prices have increased, okay? I've really put the patterns together, okay? Now, there's been some conspiracies, like maybe there's a shadow government trying to push us towards electric vehicles, and all of a sudden they're making the prices expensive, which leads me to believe if the Illuminati is really doing this, they're the stupidest goddamn group imaginable. Because according to games like Yakuza 0 or just how you're supposed to do these things, you have to increase these prices incrementally, okay? Remember that side quest in Yakuza 0 where Majima teaches the guy how to tax people? Like, oh, you can't just give them a 40% tax. You have to go like the 10-year plan. So year one, you increase it 5%, then another 5%, then another 5%. You can't just stick the Beyblade ripcord in the anus and pull hard. No, you have to do it piecemeal, slowly, so the people don't know what's happening. Now, at this point, I went to the gas station and I looked at the prices, okay? Now, me and my dad have always looked at these gas prices for the last month and a half, and it's like, 145. Oh, it's now 150. Ooh, it's 160. Oh, next week 170. Now it was like 180. So when I was filling up at the tank, it finally blew at 190. I really think the gas market is trying to edge itself a little bit, until they can hit the $2 per liter. To understand how much a liter is for a lot of the American viewers watching, which I know there's a fair bit of you, think about 1 liter, multiply it by 3.85. Yeah, do a little math in your head, because I fucking did when I saw these prices. That's how much liters, fill up a gallon, okay? 1 times 3.85. Okay, then you take the price for Canadian dolans and you convert it to US dolans. I'm paying like California prices. I'm paying above California prices, above the $6. So people from the United States that like to complain about gas prices, y'all actually have it a lot easier than the rest of the world. I'm just saying. But anyways, I looked at this price increase and I said, man, why is there no hentai on the center console and the gas station machine? Because if I'm getting screwed, I at least want to see other people get screwed too. What's going on? Now, it doesn't matter who you vote for in the marketplace, okay? It doesn't matter what side you vote for in the government, because congratulations, at the end of the day, none of them care about you. Dog, you could vote for the gasoline party and they'd find a way to raise the prices or keep them there or not give relief in some capacity. So yeah, I saw this price, and when I went inside, I talked to the gas attendant, and he was like, bro, I'm surprised they're not letting us prepay this gas. But apparently, motherfuckers be filling up gasoline in their cars, driving away like no tomorrow. Dude, dude be filling up like $1,000 worth of gasoline and driving away like they just did the heist of the century, which when you look at these prices, I can't deny it. They did in fact do the heist of the century. Now, despite record profits for gas companies that I've been seeing everywhere, like I've seen, oh boys, ExxonMobil made a lot of money, BP made a lot of money. Yeah, that comes from an entire situation with supply and demand uncertainty and the fact that we just came out of a pandemic, which absolutely screwed prices up. Now, even though that the pandemic is now finally coming to an end, dog, you can't go anywhere to travel. You see how expensive it is now? I had a whole vacation plan where I was going to drive from New York to Los Angeles, the old-fashioned road trip, the Oregon Trail type deal. Not going to happen with these prices, that's for goddamn sure. Now, to understand, I'm not trying to lobby for any company over here. Frankly, there's more impressive people that get paid more than that, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and simp for a gas company. I'm just trying to put the reality of the situation. You look, again, consider this a venting situation because to be honest with you, it's not like you can't stop buying gasoline, okay? Like if you have a car, you need to get from point A to point B. It's not like you can't stop buying the liquid gold and pumping it into your car. You can complain about it, but you sure as hell aren't going to stop buying it, okay? It's like food. Look, food's getting expensive, but it's not like I can't eat. Otherwise, this like side effect happens called dying, okay? So that's pretty much the grim reality of the situation. Now, despite all of this, I've been noticing some wild responses on the internet that have almost led me into a chuckle. Like, I've been seeing some people like, buy an electric car. Okay, dog, have you seen how expensive a goddamn electric car is? Okay, like, oh, dude, just get a Tesla. Bro, have you seen how expensive a Tesla is? It's like $100,000 car, okay? What's wrong with you? Oh, buy a Model 3. Dude, even the pissy baby boy Model 3, I went to Auto Trader the other day, $70,000, $80,000, and they have the audacity to write the words "good deal." Oh, it's a great deal. Yeah, it is a great deal. Have you ever seen what the new car market looks like? You got to pre-order the car ahead of time. You might be able to give your firstborn over to the car company, and they might throw you into the lineup there. The cars are expensive. They take a lot of time to create because of supply chain issues, okay, which aren't going away anytime soon. And when you go to the used car market, bro, they're just trying to fist you as hard as the new car market. There is almost no proper price difference between the used and the new car. That Tesla could have 300,000 kilometers on it, but yeah, we'll knock the price down to $77,000. I think that's a fair amount for a Model 3. No, it isn't. No. So yeah, the electric car response was always weird to me. Don't get me wrong, electric cars are great. I've seen somebody with a Tesla that went up to like 500,000 kilometers. Things survive no problem. It ain't just Tesla. There's all the electric car market out there too. The problem is trying to buy one of these things is like finding the Ark of the goddamn Covenant. Trying to charge this thing takes some time, okay? Oh, my car's running out of charge? Better stick it on a charger. Oh, it doesn't charge up in 5 minutes? Oh, it takes an hour and a half? Ooh, boy, we getting fisted, buckos. Yeah, you know what? In order to get that system, it's probably going to take a couple decades, if anything, at least even in the first world, to make it actually happen. It is the grim reality of the situation. Again, like I said, if there really is an Illuminati, boy, they're pretty dumb. Ain't nobody jumping into the electric car market that quick, that fast in a crisis like this. And it's a little out of touch to tell somebody who actually is hurt by the gas price really hard. Those people that are hurt the hardest don't really have the disposable income to go buy an electric car anyways. That's something a really rich person probably says. Just buy an electric car. It's only $100,000. What are you fucking poor? No, that's out of touch. That's not a good response. Now, of course, there's always a massive issue going on in the European Union right now between the Ukraine and Russians, which is causing gas prices all over the world to rise really high. Now, of course, some consider it a patriotic duty, and hey, again, I'm complaining about gas prices when there's people who are getting their houses shelled on, okay, which is definitely nowhere close to okay, and is something that needs to stop. But in reality, the situation is rising up no matter what, and hey, gas prices are just a small facet of things getting more and more expensive. I think in the last 3 weeks, the internet has turned me into like a doomer. You know that doomer Wojak? Of the guy who's like, boy, the world is coming to a grim, slow end. But there's always some positivity to look forward forward to. You know, I always try to be the happiest person imaginable, but sometimes things like this are some things that you can't ignore, okay? It really isn't something you can ignore. So I wanted to really share my story of the gas price diddling, okay? I really wanted to talk about this because I needed some capacity to vent, okay? Because I've been hearing so many solutions, so many realities, so many people arguing over this situation. When in reality, okay, this is a slow creep up that we've been seeing from time and time and again. And you know, when I was a kid, gas was like 70 cents to a liter, okay? Now it's like almost $2 a liter. It crawled up. If you ever looked at the EVE Online difficulty curve graph, you know where it slowly rises? That's like gas prices, and then it's like, woo! Like it just goes everywhere. That's what we're looking at price-wise, buckos. So hopefully maybe this video taught you a tiny bit about economy, maybe some supply and demand. And, you know, there are some positives. There are some, you know, solutions you can look forward to. For instance, one of the solutions I looked at was horse and buggy, okay? Like, maybe I can Red Dead Redemption my way around the world, all right? Just get a horse. That involves me having a friend, a little bit of positivity. And I did the math. It's a lot cheaper to get horse feed, all right, than it is gasoline over the course of a while. Sure, the horse takes longer to get somewhere, but at least you can name it thickens and have a good old time getting to your destination. I also looked at the possibility of using G Fuel, code SOG by the way, just straight up mainlining this into my bloodstreams, growing wings, okay, and just flying from destination to destination. Maybe that's not how it works, but economically, if it did, it'd be a lot easier for you to succeed on that. You know, that being said, though, I also heard walking is a pretty good alternative. I've been doing it a whole heck of a lot. And, you know, I've also heard people are, like, doing some meth. Okay, like getting some superpowers, just flying from point to point. Apparently that's a cheaper alternative. Yeah, I just wanted to share some things. There's some positive. There's some remedies you can alleviate. But I wanted to talk about gas price because I think this is something that everyone can sort of understand. According to my viewer dynamics, I'm sure a lot of you are in driving age. Some of you already drive. And some of y'all already know how bad it is at a gas station, okay? It's a whole nother thing. First you get mugged on the streets, then you get mugged at a gas station. Boy, ain't life grand. That said, though, I'm covering some ARCs tomorrow, some really small, like, creepy channels. So hopefully you look forward to that. I've got some wacky 4chan stories that I'm actually looking at. Stuff that'll definitely... Good stuff, I'd say. Good stuff. I don't really know how to describe it. It's dark. But that said, though, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.